We're live. Just gonna get the word out. So this is the Mortis Invitational. Vika versus Stevdav. This is losers round 4. So this is an elimination game. We have the bans in. Vika banned Kiadi Mundi, and Stevdav banned Leia. So if you if you don't know, the format of this tournament is different from most top cuts. Basically, both these players brought 10 different decks. I'll show, so you can see what kind of decks these players brought. They each banned a character, so you can't use that. Neither of them can use that character. So that's Kiadi Moody and Leia Organa. So you can see like a lot of these decks are going to get invalidated. This tournament was also pre-nerf, so there's still there's no restricted list, so you can still have like basically everything full power. Wait, is this right? No, this is not right. That's right. Sorry, I'm just getting my camera angles set up so you guys can all see this glorious game. So yeah, we don't actually know what these players are going to bring out in the first game. Stevdav has gone to getting Gridden quite a lot. Let's see. I'm gonna leave this open for now in case they chat. So yeah, Stevdav's gone to getting Gridden a lot. Vika's gone to a bunch of different things. Vika, I believe, was the #1 seed going into this tournament, if I remember correctly. Let's go and take a look at those stats again. Yeah, he was the first seed. Stevdav was the 14th. Stevdav has it's been quite a road for Stevdav. He's made it this far. Yeah, Vika boasting some pretty impressive stats. An impressive 79% win rate, second highest. First highest elo at 1960. And this, if you don't know, was for the qualifying period, which was, if I remember, what was it? It was what, June of 2022 to November of 2022. That was the qualifying period. So yeah, that's how these invitationals work. The current cycle is from December 2022 to May 2023. And all you have to do is play 2 seasons worth of league games. So if you want to play in an event that will not exactly be like this one, but will be, I'm going to try and make these invitationals special. You can always sign up for the league for free. I'm just telling them I'm ready when they are. So yeah, it's it'll be interesting to see like how this game goes, because I mean these decks, a lot of the decks that these players are going to play aren't really relevant anymore because of the balance. But at the same time, we did see like Kiadi Mundi banned. He was like one of the main things that was hit with the balance. So I think a lot of the decks that the players are going to bring out probably will be relevant. Let's just show that again. You can see looks like they are pulling out decks, and it is going to be, I think, Kira Sun versus Small Savage. Yeah. Vika loves this Kira Sun deck. It's just like a hyper aggro deck. And the Mal Savage deck it's been played very well by Newt Chunzray, notably. Yeah, it basically will, yeah, you get a lot of value out of Watch Your Career with Great Interest, which can give you a lot of extra help on the back end. And Vika will sort of be playing into that because he'll be doing a lot of interact with Sun. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see, that is not perfect. I'm gonna make these cams perfect. That's pretty good. It's not quite good enough. That's better. We'll take it. We'll take it. Alright, it is roll off time. We got 4, and Vika takes it down. Let's see. Ooh, Vika's hand is not great. What you want to see in this deck is like cheap abilities to get your Sun going as soon as you can, and this is not that. Yeah, like his only ability is a 4 cost. He's gonna be able to pull one with the Path to Mastery, but you're not gonna be able to play that Retaliation unless you rolled really well with Kira. I don't think. Wait, actually, can you? Wait, no, actually, no. I think he can play the Retaliation if he gets a Kira Procanal, which might not actually be that hard. Well, actually, with his hand, it's not ideal, but you can if you roll the Pace Out on Kira, or if you just decide to charm Kira with herself. And Stevdav opening with the what's that card called again? I always forget what it's called. Force Concealment. But yeah, that's a really good card that you obviously want to see like every time. So yeah, Path to Mastery obviously really good with Sun, getting that extra resource on early. Vika gonna roll out Kira. We'll see where he puts the charm. Doesn't roll a Pace Side, so he might charm himself. No, he doesn't. He decides to charm Savage. Interesting. Alright, Maul comes in. Maul hits the discard. In the resource. And yeah, Vika's not gonna let that discard happen. That is arguably Maul's best side, even better than the 2 melee sides, because it results in a 3-card swing, which also like swings the balance of the Maul power action. So I'm gonna take the resource. He needs to find one more to be able to play out this Tuscan Cam. And Savage does not have resource sides. Or actually, wait, no, he can. I was thinking he'd do something with Grobian, but no. Grobian can get him this Force Assistance for free though on the Savage. And Sun rolling in. without any upgrades beyond that Ataru and kind of whiffing. um, that pay side is going to get him a retaliation on the back end. Actually, no, it won't because it's going to get Await the Dawn. Or no, not Await the Dawn. Daiyu City, revealing Await the Dawn. Which is going to proc both Watch Your Career and Force Concealment. Force Concealment is just a great ramp card for Blue Melon. Yeah, it's just really, really powerful. This Mall Savage deck is kind of been slept on, but it's legit. It can beat like some of the really big meta decks. It even could like pre-nerf, and obviously post-nerfing has gotten a lot better. Ooh, Vika's rolls still not where I'd want them to be. But that reroll did get him a bit better of a spot. Guardian also proccing the remove triggers. Interesting that he didn't go for the force assistance, which I mean you can easily do it on the back end. You're not getting a ton out of the extra force assistance activation. You can easily just discard it to reroll and then grow beyond, and you're kind of fine with that. But it's notable that he made that sacrifice. Going for the resolve on the discard, I think that's fine. You know there's a headstrong in there because of the trick, and you hit it. Nice. I think he's gonna go for another reroll. Like you're leaving a ton of value on the table, and you're not really getting much from this charm offensive right now. Yep. And that is solid. There's a decent chance we actually see this. Oh no, he doesn't have enough gas for it. I was gonna say that we might see the watch career come down, but it's only 2. That's another. I think that's a reason why Vika was considering the reroll there, not doing the reroll there, was because of this power action, which is gonna hit for 3. 3 indirect on turn 1. It's not a huge deal, but those big mall PAs add up over time. If you're hitting for 3-4 around, it starts to matter a lot. Alright, there's the reroll onto the Savage die. Hits a 1. I think the only change to both these decks as a result of the Holocron is they can't run both Headstrong and Tuscan Camp. But other than that, they're still both out there. I don't even think Vika's running Tuscan Camp. He might be. I can't remember. Ooh, Force Assistance coming down onto the Savage. Interestingly, you throw it on the weaker character. I'm not sure I agree with that. Oh, the weaker character, but the weaker character you already know is the target because Kira put the charm on him. Ooh, coming in with the special. The one resolvable side. Nothing to flip, though. we gonna see the Force Retaliation come down? It looks like this testing camp is not gonna hit the table on Stevdav side, which is fine. You don't need it to. Keep it. For next turn. Yeah, I don't know. I think actually on second thought, I think you actually kind of really did need that testing camp. Or at least you really wanted it. Stevdav, it might look like he's way ahead, and he kind of is on money and like ramp, but he also took 11 damage turn one, and he only got up to 2 resources on the Watcher career. So there's a very real chance that Vika could just come out and steamroll Stevdav like this turn or next turn. Camp is going to come down now. There's not many follow-up plays in his hand. Vika has the Everybody Profits and the Infamy, which is like a pseudo Scorched Earth. He's also got lots of other stuff. Vika's hand is pretty aggressive. So yeah, I think like if you're Vika, you're gonna start like going for the steamroll. Kira coming in pretty hot. And now I think Stevdav is regretting his placement of the Force Assistance. Wait the Dawn is going to delay the Savage death, but perhaps not prevent it. Draws into an Ataru. Now that is a good thing to draw right as you hit 3 on Force Concealment. Wow, that's a big one. Big enough? We'll see. Vika's ramp is still not where he wants it to be. He can get to the 3rd Sundial, but he has to use his overwrite. Which, like, you're probably fine overriding a retaliation for a Force Sense in most instances. So I think we are going to see the 3rd die on the Sun come out. Most likely. Instead of choosing to take money, he's going for the ramp this turn. Oh, actually, and he also gets the double procs there, which makes sense. But let's see. Ooh, he has other ways to prog career. He has Force Assistance. Yeah, and yeah, the Force Sense has to come out there to remove the disrupt. Which is gonna get the 3rd resource for Sun, who is gonna go up to 3 dice. And that Guardian is going to be the right? Or yeah, you don't Guardian yet. You wait until you see the Force Assistance roll. Yeah, now you Guardian. I think Vader is gonna hit the table, but Vika's aggro is getting bigger. There's a concealment for the Ataru. Shields on Maul. That means career is gonna come down soon. Alright, here comes the Sun. That is a Vika roll. Except for the blank. But like, man, 7 damage plus a special? Dice City can help with that a bit. But special. Still posing a threat. Yeah, get rid of that counter. That was a counter for forced concealment. Vika, is he considering rerolling with the Everybody Profits? Or is he considering playing it? I'm not sure. Alright, just goes, resolves the 3 right now. And yep, there we go, there's the trigger. Unfortunately, Savage's dice not able to get much value. Stevdav just saying I'm not gonna try and play for that value. I'm just gonna go for the flip, which I knew I was gonna do anyway. I'm not sure I agree with that. There definitely are like more. There definitely is more stuff you could have gotten out of those dice. And Savage is not. Or actually, wait. I think he was under immediate threat because he was charmed. Never mind. So it actually does make sense he did that. But he also put himself in that position by putting the indirect on him. So I don't know. I think he probably could have gotten more out of Savage if he had played for it, but probably not a ton. Here comes Xanadu Blood. Ooh, that's gonna be a removal for the Force Sense. That's a nice. That's not a card we see often. But it's a spicy include. It basically lets you move upgrades around and stuff. You can just roll it out and then you force either Force Senses just resolve against it or you use the ability. No, don't activate Maul first. Activate Xanadu Blood. Oh no. He was going to make the spicy play and he just threw it away. No. I guess we won't be seeing that happen. And this Force Sense is going to get full value. That's just how it is, I guess. And Vika putting his roller off screen, rolls back into the special. Which special can still be resolved as a disruption thing, but obviously not. Obviously not going to come back into the pool because it has to exhaust itself. Going for the reroll there, probably trying to set up a Maul power action. Is what I would assume is going on. Rolls into money, which is not what you want to see. You want to see damage. Your Stevdav. Because you've already taken a ton and you haven't dealt much. Is Vika going to keep the special? That is the question. He is not. Ooh, 3 and 2. Nice. Yeah, we're just gonna see them all for 1. Unfortunate, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. One across. Vika throwing everything into Kira. Kira needs only 6 to die. Sun needs 11. Six is definitely like within range. But now this infamy is online from Vika. Could potentially get 5. Plus 3 from the free provinces. Like an extra 8 indirect. Gonna get dealt. So what I said about like bulldozing, it's happening right now before your eyes. Oh, he's trying to use it to get extra results out of the. That's hard. That's interesting. Not using it for removal. Yeah, you can use it that way. But yeah, Kira is definitely within reach of dying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sun isn't really. That is a solid roll. And here's gonna come the infamy for 5. Plus he's also gonna eat 3 more off the Everybody Profits and 2 more off the Sun. Vader hitting the special here, but there's not much in the graveyard. There's this Force Telekinesis, which is just gonna be focused. Oh, taking money, interesting. Not sure I agree with that, but I actually can't remember what's in the pile here. There might be something that can actually do damage. But instead, I'm trying to go for the kill on Kira. Yeah, he's just going for the telekinesis. Now his max is 5. Or, yeah, because he can't get shields. Yeah, I think it was a misplay taking the money there. You don't need it for anything. Or I would have taken 1. Then I'd probably go for the special into telekinesis. Then if you focus your other Maldai into a 2, like, then you got a dead Kira. Stevdav is going to be going down to very little remaining health after this Everybody Profits comes down. Vika is considering it. I'm not sure what the consideration is. It seems like a slam dunk to me. Instead of now only having 3 remaining health. Only having done 6 damage. Looks like this first one is probably going to go down as a win for Vika. But yeah, Stevdav this round just played too much for money on the back end. But he didn't really have anything to actually spend it on. If he had like a second camp in hand, like I could maybe understand going for it, but like no. He is gonna extend his health pool a bit with this blue milk and the Atari special. But not by much. Oh, if I could draw Chem Strike. Chem Strike is lethal on both Maul and Kira. He also has Infamy, which can come down for more indirect. But I think all he's gonna do is just activate one of these characters. Oh, Stevdav actually. Now Stevdav is actually gonna love that he played for money that last round because he's got Rise again right now. Rolling? I mean, he gets a 3 in the special. That's what you want to see. Reroll 0. You gotta be reading Rise again if you're Vika. The way you play around that, I think, is Chem Strike. But also sucks because you do want to activate Kira. I don't know if Chem Strike is the right way, sorry. I'm tired. Yeah, alright, Kira coming in. I'm gonna drop the Charm token in a location. Kira coming out swinging. Now I think we see Rise again. Yep, on who? That is the question. Probably Maul. Yep. He's gonna bring back this retail that he discarded earlier in the turn. But Vader now is actually 3 actions away from lethal. Because you know, Kira resolve 2, resolve 1, power action, he's gone. Or even just 2 Chem Strike, and he's gone. But if I did that, he would be killing his own Kira, which he doesn't really want to do. But if you've already resolved this too, you're more comfortable doing that. Alright, Vader coming down. That's a decent hit. I think it's Chem Strike. I think he Chem Strike if you're Vika. He's hovering over it. He's clicking it down. He's about to do it. He's having second thoughts. But I think he's gonna make the call. And he does. That is gonna be a dead Vader. A dead Kira. And a bit more damage on Maul. Yeah, Maul has 5 health left. He needs to find shield sides because Stevdav does not have any removal. Or actually, if he takes one of these money, he can grow beyond for Ataru, which gets him shields. But he might have to race against the clock to do that. Clock and Vika's luck, which you never want to be dependent on Vika to roll bad to win a game. At the Galactic Open, we played. It was on like Maul FN. He was playing Light Repeating Blaster. He rolled 4 specials in a row over 2 rounds. Alright, so we got that. Yeah, that is lethal. And there is nothing that can be done about it. We're just going to get one more activation of Maul, see what he would have been, and then lethal. It actually ended up being like kind of close. Like Sun had 7 health. Like Stevdav probably could have gotten the kill if he had lived through that round. But that's how Destiny goes. Action economy matters, and Vika taking the lead in this set. And remember, because this is the Mortis Invitational, the players don't actually have to play the same deck twice. So they could switch to another one. Both of them have the option to. It can't be a deck with Caddy Moody or Leia or Ghana, though, because those were both banned by the players. Moody by Vika and Leia by Stevdav. So you can see the options right now, as well as some stats about these players. I'm just waiting for them to pull out their bags so we can start again. Stevdav's tournament comes down to this game. He has to win or he is out. The players are pulling out their bags. Let's go back. Alright. Vika bringing out Maul. Is it going to be Maul FN? Yeah, it's Maul FN. The deck that he won Heat 3 of the Ryloth Galactic Open with. This is going to be a double high stakes game. Or no, actually it's not. Instead I was on the Path version of the reroll deck. Rerolls hit pretty hard by the balance update. They lost the ability to play Guards, Camp, and Headstrong together. Maul FN, not really. I'm not sure if this build is running Custom Camp or not, but that would be the only thing that lost in the balance. There we go. That's that perfect balance I was trying to hit earlier. Yeah, the Path is... It's not the most standard way to play this deck, but it has like... it has kind of caught on as an alternate way of playing it. And I believe the way this works is you give Azure Guardian. I'm most of the time I'm pretty sure it's Azure that gets Guardian. But yeah, that could be really good with FN having the 0 side. Yeah. See, Stevdav gets a solid hand. He's got Guardians apiece, and he's got Temple Guards, and he's got Blue Milk. So he should be able to play these Temple Guards. That's like, I mean, that's a really solid start. Vika also with, let's see what he pulls. He's got a lot of 3-cost weapons, which he actually can't play because of high stakes. So yeah, this is really solid. FN is a card that has always sort of been there and been valuable. He's never really had a home, and a small FN deck might be like the best home that he's found so far. It's a pretty strong deck. You can play high stakes, so you can get those 3-drop weapons down early to use with his power action. And Maul is just a really good character in general. So yeah. I'm not sure how much I like the Path version of rerolls. I brought this deck into the Invitational and I played it with the high stakes. Because the high stakes really does benefit this deck a lot, and you're going to see, that because Vika brought the high stakes. Yeah, so you're sort of getting the best of both worlds. I also like Ezra's dice more than Terra's. Obviously, it's pretty much strictly better. But I mean, the big thing that you want to see is that 2 reroll side. Yeah. Goes for the light repeating blaster instead of the Electro Hammer. Interesting. It's probably more value, especially the way Vika rolls. But the Electro Hammer has sort of been like a mainstay with Evan. Uses its ability to disrupt on command, but it does. You do have to roll well with it. And it does have that pesky one side. All right, FN rolls in. We'll see if the magic is with Vika. He gets the shield. Oof. It's not how he rolled against me. That's back. There's the special. That's a Vika roll. Instead of choosing to develop the guards before the Guardians of Peace. I'm not sure that's right. I think the way I would sequence this is different. But yeah. Stevdav does have a great Ezra power action lined up right now onto the FN die and the light repeating blaster. If he wants to take it. Light repeating blaster. Essentially mini force wave on the special. Deciding not to do that and go for the This Is War onto the special. That is how that works, right? Yep. It does work that way. And Finn hitting the resource. Just realized this is the classic Finn versus FN battle. I think Stevdav like made a sequencing error in playing the guards there. Actually Stevdav's on Dune C here, which is proving to be pretty big. Forcing that second discard. But Vika hitting double twos on FN. Are we gonna see the Ezra? Yeah, we are. But we're not gonna get the Guardians of Peace trigger. Oh, we might not get one at all this round. But yeah, and then you need to get your Finn damage. That is not a May. Alright, does it to Maul. Interesting. Even with the 3 shields, FN is still a squishier target, but he does have that redeploy weapon. So kind of makes sense why you go for Maul. And Maul is going to hit the pool with discards all around. Goes for the reroll. And is he going to do it the second time? He has the option to. Looks like not. Allowing the Maul to stay on melee. Again, considering a reroll, considering just taking what he's got, I mean, what he's got is decent. He's got 3 damage, resource, discard. He also does want to play for the small power action. He goes for the reroll. Loses the discard. Comes it back up as discard. Well, that does make them all power action worth 2 now, instead of just 1. Stevdav taking money. Nothing to ramp into. I guess it's Guardian's Peace, but it's not really a ramp card. And yeah, the Guardian's Peace obviously like should have been down by now. They should be playing his guards in the back end. Because the reason you'd play guards early is to get the power action online, and the power action just hasn't really meant much this game. Alright, and so yeah. Stevdav playing the Guardians, knock down the Maul power action by 1, but he's going to still take 2. This Rebel Alliance is going to heal a lot of what's been taken. Ezra with the Guardian going to come in and eat one of Maul's dice. Usually in this deck, Finn is the target, although really any kill is impactful. But Finn is usually the primary target. Path, yeah, it lets you heal 1. Volcanics is a pseudo Valorous tribe. Valorous tribe. Now that's a card we haven't seen in a while. I believe it rotated actually. That wasn't an ARH card, was it? Oh yeah, 3 damage anywhere. It's gotta be Finn. Over mission was tribe. Yeah. So it's down. It has rotated. I don't think it's on the reprint list. Alright, there's the 3 to Finn. Guards is gonna come out. It's the reroll side. Into reroll side, not doing a ton right now. But yeah, Finn being at 4 instead of 2 is, I think, going to make a big difference. Moondrag coming in off the trigger there. There's the reroll. Just gonna get 1 side. Oh, he still does get 1 shield, but like still, Finn being at essentially what 7 remaining health versus 8. That matters. Maybe not, a ton. I forgot Guardians of Peace you could trigger for 1 no matter what. But still, I mean, single damage games. Single damage points like matter a lot. Actually, it seems like Finn is gonna be at almost full health, but still, he could be at. He still could have 1 more if he had sequenced the Guardian's piece correctly. Ooh. Maul coming in with that discard. We'll see if there's an answer for it. There's not a direct answer for it. Well, it actually could be. It's Pacify, but you don't want to give Maul shields. Instead, I was just going to have to eat that discard. He just get the roll in the mud, which is going to prevent another weapon coming down onto FN. I believe the roll in the mud would trigger before this light repeating blaster, so he could just remove it. How is this card worded? There's always that reroll. Yeah. Oh, it's actually after you activate the character, so it wouldn't trigger anyway. Yeah. That is a solid play there by Stevdav. But this discard is going to mean a lot. Stevdav is not out of it. We could very well see a game 3. This is Pacify and Hunker Down. This is going to make Maul a 4. Maul's power action a 4. There's Ezra coming with the free remove onto FN's die. Got lots of rerolls. Yeah, Stevdav has a lot of ways to play defense. Not a ton of ways to play offense, and he's going to get his guards are probably going to get headstrong this turn. So a lot of his engines are going to be shut down, but his you can play defensively. Wait, is Guardians of Peace non-unique? Oh my god, it is. You can play 2 copies of them. That's actually crazy. So yeah, the shields are gonna start coming, and once they start coming, they're not gonna stop coming. Vika clearing out the hand, but hand doesn't really matter as much when you have a bunch of reroll sides. Intel Breach is going to get him a card back. I don't think there's anything super impactful in his discard. There are a couple good weapons. There's an infamy in there also. Yeah, and he gets the infamy. But not Stevdav knows to play around it. Stevdav is just playing this game super defensively, which is one of the things that like reroll decks can sometimes get into trouble with. Is sometimes they'll end up playing too defensively, and they'll end up eventually losing their fin, and then a lot of their offensive potential goes down. But Stevdav is actually in a place where he can definitely keep his fin alive for the foreseeable future. Finn hit the pool. All the 3 reroll bros are on reroll sides. And there's not much to reroll right now. Here comes the FNPA onto the blaster, and he hits the special. Nice. Vika being Vika. And it looks like he's switching targets and going for Terra, who's the elite character. His ability is the least impactful, but I mean, 2 dice is 2 dice. What can I say? For reroll, is he just gonna try and reroll all of his own dice? Hits the self-destruct. No droids on the table, so it doesn't really matter. Gonna get 4 shields from that. Guardians of Peace. Not a great reroll there. Fin ability? Did he miss it? No, I'm pretty sure he got it. He got the Fin ability. Yeah, because there was the shield that he got rid of. If I could take the damage, yeah, he took it. He had the shield. There we go. Rerolling. One doing one. So now he's got 2 more damage. Maul is going to live another day, it looks like. He's in all likelihood, his guards are just going to get headstronged. On Vika, I'm probably rerolling, probably with the Infamy, or maybe the Hasty Exit. Or maybe even the second Headstrong. But Headstrike is a valuable card. Alright. And here's the 2 discard, which is effectively blank right now. Rough. I think it's a bit of premature use of Terra. Obviously, it's not going to mean. Doesn't mean a ton. The wall's going to go up to 10. I would hope to go for the kill this turn. I get just passing, not wanting to give up any of these cards in his hand. I don't know if I'd be playing the same way. So there's the Headstrong. And now Vika might actually end up giving away a claim that he doesn't need to give away. Oh, they might end up still taking the claim. We'll see. If Stevdav claims here, Stev could claim here, or he could. Looks like he passed. Yeah, so like the pass would be if you're waiting to use a Temple Guard PA on an anticipated reroll, but that never came. Vika valued the claim, which is smart. The claim is very valuable right now, with Dune C being the battlefield. Stevdav has a solid hand. That's actually really solid. Vika's got more gas and more burn. So pretty good hands all around. Balance of Force, I believe, favors Vika right now, so it's just a removal. I don't think Balance of the Force is right in rerolls. Because you're a wide deck and you're playing like Guardians of Peace and stuff, so I think most of the time you're gonna end up having the bigger board for Balance of the Force. Ooh, Hasty giving away the Dune Sea. That's a big consideration. I don't know why Stevdav is waiting to play this Force Affinity. It'd be the first thing I did. Goes for the second guards. Next play should be Force Affinity. Like, or activate Terra. Force it looks better for Stevdav? It does, yeah, for sure. Vika is gonna get a second weapon out, which is gonna even it up a bit. I think Stevdav is actually in the lead right now. Wow, that is a very premature use of Terra. Maybe he's trying really hard to get the kill on Maul? I don't know. And he still rolls back into 2. Ooh, yeah, I do not know how I feel about that. Well, we'll see if the second weapon is LRB or Electro Hammer. I think it's probably going to be LRB. Yep. Alright, FN's coming out with double LRB. Ooh, it's the special on the shield. It's kind of hard to tell which dice are which. The LRBs don't have melee sides, so that's a bit of a hint. We'll see what the target is. It could be anyone, really. He switched it once already. Yeah, Stevdav has played this defensive game very well. He's forced Vika to go wide, and he's been able to punish that. And he's kept all of his characters alive so far against this hyper aggro deck. So yeah, definitely well played by Stevdav there. Are we gonna get? Is that a that's about to drop? Oh, it was a thinking. Sorry, not quite a Scorcher's nice. Yeah, Vika's got Scorchers and he has Infamy. So he's got all sorts of ways to do burn damage. All right, there's the headstrong. Looks like sorry, I looked away for a second. I think you put the damage into Ezra, and then Terra, sort of abandoning Finn. With double guardians apiece, you deal the damage you can. Scorch is offline. It is, yeah, because he hasted that away. Infamy is also offline because all the characters' dice are gone. There's 4 indirect. Vika's getting what he needs to win. But I think Maul is probably gonna fall this turn. Crash Landing can save him for a bit, but not really actually. So yeah, this is actually lethal on this is lethal on Maul right now. Yep, so you just Maul PA for 1 as a final spark, and then if Stevdav's smart, he won't overkill Maul. He's not though. Sorry, Stevdav, but you didn't need to do that. There's actually there. I think there's a chance. Is there? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's not. There's not. But yeah, Stevdav just has to weather the storm, and he'll win next turn, almost certainly. And we will likely see a game 3. Although Vika does have a lot of tricks in his bag. He could pull this one out still. That Scorched Earth, that Infamy. He's also packing everybody profits and stuff in this deck. Like, it can get nasty. But I think Stevdav is going to be able to heal himself enough that it's not going to matter. Alright, here comes Terra. Ezra still hasn't power actioned yet. So actually, wait, is there a chance that you can... Actually, I think if he rolls absolute max on everything, he can win this turn. Actually, no, not because of the Crash Landing. But even then, that would have to be absolute max on everything. Gets 4 shields out of these. Guardians of Peace. Guardians of Peace, just such a good card. It was, for some reason, was absent from a lot of the early reroll builds, but it's just so good. 2 shields every round, and it's non-unique, so you can get 2 of them out. It's crazy. Reroll on both dice, it looks like. Maybe not. I'm not sure what is going on. But yes. FN only 5 health left. Likely going to be 4 because you had a couple more rerolls from. Oh, Vika thought it was Undercity. He drew a card. There's 1. And we are just probably 1 round away from the end of this game. Yeah, Scorch is online now. This roll in the mud could be super relevant. It looks like he got rid of the infamy. I'm not sure if it was last turn or in the upkeep phase. But he's got everybody profits. He's got Scorched Earth. He's got Mouse Droid Self Destruct. So he can do what 6 guaranteed burn plus X from Scorched Earth, and he needs to do what 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, 14. 15. He needs to do 17. So yeah, it's looking like it's sort of out of it's starting to slip away from Vika. I'm doing this player on the roll in the mud. Blanks out on one of the guns, hits 2 on the other. Rolls into the shield though. Or that was 2 indirect, not 2 direct, sorry. I'm probably getting either guards or Terra into the pool. Or maybe, actually no, this makes sense. Player removal. And you also have Rebel Alliance, which is going to be 3 heal. Yeah. Stevdav has this in the bag. He just needs to. He just needs to not fumble it, really, and it's not even going to be that hard. He just needs to sort of outlive the storm, play around Scorched Earth. Actually, I don't even think he has to play around Scorched Earth that much. He has enough health that he can probably just eat it. And then he basically has it in the bag. One of these burn cards is going to get discarded by the Ezra power action. Or, oh, actually, he's going for the Terra power action. Not sure I agree with that. I would go Ezra. Yeah. There you go. Get your Guardian's Peace triggers. Yep. We are basically watching a dead game walking right now. Alright, here comes the guards, which will be the killing blow. Basically, no matter what they roll. 2. And then that's game. Self-destruct. And then you just resolve the reroll, or even Terra power action. The shield is a reroll. And Stevdav will take down the Canadian sensation in game 2. And we will see a game 3. Stevdav has a chance to pull off the upset. Again, the bans for this are Kiadi Moody and Leia Organa. And this is pre-nerf, so all sorts of disgusting things exist, but not Cam because he was banned by Vika. Vika's got a lot of weird lists that he could bring. We'll see if he goes back to the time-honored Kira Sun, or if he tries to play something a bit more experimental. Or if he tries to run back Malith N. See if he can win the second time with it. Stevdav. Stevdav's got all sorts of things he could turn to also. You go back to Mal Savage, you can go back to this rerolls deck, or he could go to his trusted Gideon Garendon. Are they talking in chat? They seem like they might be talking in chat. They're not. We're just waiting, I guess. Vika's cursor's moving. This is Game 3, losers bracket round 4, Mortis Invitational. Winner plays Randomando, I believe, and loser goes home. Stevdav and Randomando already played earlier in the tournament. Randomando won. I believe it is Randomando. It's not the other match, right? Let me double check this. Alright, instead of that, bringing out the Getting Urine, and Vika looks like going back to the Kira-san. Yeah, winner does play Randomando. Stevdav has loved this Getting Urine deck. It's had him go places. I believe there was a I remember a really tight game versus, I believe it was when he played Randomando in earlier in the tournament. It was, I believe Randomando was on, I don't think it was Kira-san, I think it was Sun Daughter. It was something with Sun, and Stevdav basically fumbled the bag like really hard, and that's why I ended up in the losers bracket. But now he has a chance for redemption and a chance to take out one of the best players in Destiny, Vika. His opening hand is not amazing. Just getting her in the deck, it was a big meta staple for a long time. There were versions of it that were just running like Crime Lord and Blizzard and OTKs. There were versions that were trying to like play it like an actual support deck, and there were versions that were like playing it as an actual support deck and just throwing in Crime Lords anyway. This version is Crime Lord doesn't exist anymore, so you're sort of playing it. I believe his version is sort of emphasis on Blizzard, but he's got lots of support for it for other stuff. Nothing great to abuse with Gurindon in this opening hand. It's kind of weak, but he is going to get to draw more cards with Gurindon's ability. So there is that. We are going to Dayu City. Losing Reap also hurts this deck a lot, but we'll see. We'll see if Stevdav can roll well enough to make up for that. And looks like he can. Hits the 2 resource and the 2 discard. Vika's opening hand is kind of mid also. He does have the Force Valor. He does with a Smash. Those are the big things. Oh, Vika does roll the 2 pay 1 on the Kira, so he's going to get to play out this Valor. Pretty much, you know, that's one of the ideal sides that you want to see on Kira. And on Gideon, these are pretty much the ideal sides that you want to see, is 2 discard and 2 resource. It was for the discard right away. Alright, Vika doing the smart thing. You put the cards upside down because he does have 2 copies of Contraband, or not Contraband, Contentious Opportunity in hand. Alright, wow, that discard hitting the Valor and the Smash. Pretty much the best 2 cards in Vika's hand. Gone. Drawing you to a Headstrong. Not necessarily a turn 1 card, but you know, the more the merrier in your hand. That was a really good discard for Stevdav. Charm Offensive can remove this money. I think it looks like it's going to. Yep. Smart move. Going for the contentious, not contentious, I want to say Soul Sky Trash, but I know that's not it. Sally Intel. I don't know, I was confused. Goes for that under the contentious. Only gets 1 money, not 2. Still solid. Here comes Uncompromising. Gurindon is not a leader, so it doesn't have read to play. but I mean, it's a really strong die. Sun hitting the pool with some indirect, and the money on the tower is basically the ideal side. Dive City can blank something. There we go. No other defense that can really be played right now. Oh, that is a Vika roll. 5 indirect, 2 directs. Green's going to come in, detect that last. Contentious. Green's dice kind of useless without anything in the discard. You can't put the general in the discard, I guess. And that works. The Green's dice not amazing. Ooh, putting all 5 indirect into Gideon. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Grandin is your win condition in the deck, especially because he has a non-read play upgrade. It makes sense. People still play him off Grandin. Wow. By people you mean Stevdav. Stevdav has been doing his darndest to keep this deck alive. Not very many other people play it, but Stevdav has been winning with it. It's been sort of his go-to deck throughout this tournament, at least. There's the reroll onto the Grin dice. Not much better than it was before. I think I'm considering going for the reroll before it gets discarded by the uncompromising. But I think you just want the money. He's also considering whether or not to push damage into Gideon or try and go for the prize target of Grindin. And it is gonna be Grindin. Alright. Makes sense to me. And then there's the uncompromising focus and discard. He draws into name the system. That is what that card is called, right? Yes, name the system. Which is essentially like the dice of the ability. But worse. Alright. Here comes General. I think you're just going to focus General to either 3 shields or 2 money. Probably 2 money. And then just play out the den. That's what I do. Maybe you keep it, but no, I think you play the den. Yep. Here we go. Den of Thieves, you do have to be careful about how Den works with indirect. It's the same way that Force Illusion used to. You can only assign indirect to a character up to like its remaining health. I remember I won a game in a regional with Shadowcaster off us. He had like 2 character, 2 elven Force Illusion. He tried to take a 4 indirect on the Force Illusion. I was like, no, you can't do that. You have to kill one of your characters. Right now, Grindin doesn't have health. That won't matter a ton, but as you start taking more damage, it will start to matter. The Tara coming down, and the Absorb energy also in hand. So Vika is going to get to 3 die Sun. Path to Mastery just helps a lot with that. Still no Blizzard for Stevdav, which is the next main win con. Vika also does have Headstrong and Sanction in hand. And he's going to do, yeah, the override play to keep those removals online. while still getting to his third upgrade. Stevdav draws into another camp. Maelstrom comes down. Stevdav is probably gonna try and like ramp into these camps, unless he manages to draw Blizzard later in the round. But yeah, should note for stream the detected cards and the hand cams kind of look weird because they're on opposite sides of the screen. But Vika does have this Everybody Profits in hand in addition to the 2 removal cards that you see below his name up top. It's just the Everybody Profits is detected. And there's the sun, the third die coming out. I think the next logical step is Grin, and yeah, we're just gonna walk right into Headstrong probably, but it's whatever. Detects the sanction. And looks like he's gonna play the sanction. Makes sense. And he draws into an armored assault tank. Pushes 2 in. Discards the Everybody Profits, and we'll see what he draws into. It is a 5-0 first assault team. You can't really see it on stream. Sun coming in. It's not as hot as it could be. Still 5 indirect though. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about that Headstrong. Ugh. Stevdav is kind of falling behind. He needs to start ramping. Otherwise, he's going to get out-ramped by an aggro deck that already has like a bunch of damage-dealing dice on its own already. You can't just depend on a big Blizzard turn, because your big Blizzard turns are 12 damage, maybe 14. And you'd have to get to a lot of money to make that work. Yeah, it's not like a dependable thing. How many cards does he have in deck though? He does have 17. So if somebody sees 8 new cards next turn, there's a decent chance that he would get to Alright, there we go. 2 discard, 2 resource. 2 discard, obviously not going to be super meaningful. But he does have the MSC droid, which in this deck you often want to save, but like you also really want to get ramping, and you need the extra resources to get ramping. So I'd say he probably goes mouse the 2 resources, then play testing camp. Hopefully roll 2 resources out of that testing camp and play the second one. If not, you bank 1 for next turn. Your Vika, ooh, what's he gonna do? Oh, I think he might flip the use the dice to flip the resource to a discard. Or maybe do a focus. Probably do a discard. Yeah. Which effectively blanks it. Yeah, smart move there. Going for the discard. Locking in all those blanks is kind of tempting, but you need to get ramping. There's actually a play you can do, which is mouse to money, overwrite uncompromising with general, general the other die for money, and then play camp. That's a line you could go down. But Vika in the nuts. Oh my god, that's crazy. This is gonna be what, 6 indirect plus 4 direct plus the attire special. Rough. Asteroid. Yeah, mouse is to the money. The sequencing matters on the resolving the damage because of Down of Thieves. If I go, yeah, smart move, resolving the attire for 3 first. Looks like, yeah, we're just gonna see Gideon die. There's nothing you can do really. Yep. Vika's starting to pull ahead. He's doing this all in chunks of 3, which means the Den of Thieves is just not gonna get value. That is, yeah, that is how that card works. You can't do that. Yeah, Stevdav is not going to be able to really ramp it that much. You can get his general down over the uncom. I just don't think he just doesn't have enough to survive the onslaught, and he doesn't have enough to mount or counter offensive. So just even get a blizzard that turn. Woof. He just did not go Stevdav's way this game. It looks like Vika is gonna advance. I just realized I said loses round 5 and not losers round 5 the whole time. There we go. Alright, Vika coming in. We're not quite in game over range yet. Strike the 0. Let's see, Vika, what does he have in hand? He has Infamy. That's the only burn card in hand. is lots of ways to do damage. Grindin coming into the pool. Ooh, 4 discard. The Taxi Infamy. Which is not online right now. Cure power action. That's going to put 1 on the den. Get 2 shields. Stevdav is just doing everything he can to stay in the game. It's not going to be enough, though. And he's not going to have a counterplay. We're getting the reroll. We're rerolling the 2 melee. Just out of pure vengeance. Still not enough to win. Through den. Stevdav does have a chance. Well, snowballs in hell, but it's a chance. For Warren, gets rid of the 1 there. Alright, here comes camp. Vika down to 1 card. It's possible we see another round out of this. It is. And I think we are. I think. Yeah, with that 1 shield, or and with the Daya City. Yeah, no, we're going to another round. Well played by Stevdav. Well played, indeed. He's even gonna manage to have an intact end. Not likely to see a ton of damage pushed back from Stevdav's side, but he survived, which is what you can do sometimes. He's gonna push 3 into Sun. But now Stevdav has to worry about not just not losing, but winning. And that is going to prove to be Probably an insurmountable challenge. But, I mean, we all thought he would die this round, and he survived, so. He draws the Blizzard. No other removal, though. So. Yep, and Vika gets the Everybody Province. Yeah, it looks like this game is just gonna probably just gonna fizzle out. There, ooh, that is a Vika roll. That is a certified Vika roll right there. Vika moment. Here's the Grenadin. Does get the 3 shields on the general and the special on the Grenadin. But I don't think he can survive. Actually, let's see. Wait, my math. I need to do math. Do 4 cents is gonna remove. Is gonna be the shields. Yep, it's shields. Then you go resolve 2. It goes on the den. Then you Everybody Profits or resolve the second die for the win. Yep. And this, at this point, I think that is basically a soft lock. Or actually, no, it's not right. Oh, no, it is. He could have gone power action on the 3-for-1 to get shields, but no, I just loses to Everybody Profits. And Vika taking it down. Moving on in the loser's bracket. Can he come back after a devastating loss to Malak? I believe, no, actually, no, I think he lost to Game Slayer, not Malak. After a devastating loss to Game Slayer, can he come back and still win the tournament? It remains to be seen. But he did what he needed to do today. He did drop a game, but he ended up taking the match. Stevdav put up a valiant fight, but the #1 seed moves on in the tournament. More Mortis Invitational will come as the tournament comes to a close. There are now only going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches remaining in the tournament. Randomando versus Vika. Game Slayer versus Gringos Toso. The winner of those matches versus each other. The winner of that match versus Malak. And the winner of that match versus myself. Thank y'all for tuning in. See you next time. Destiny Jr. signing off.